Hello, hello, everyone. Tashina Gonzalez here, and I am here to share with you guys a little bit on the most the way that most people get started on their health and wellness journey when it comes to the company that I represent, Young Living Essential Oils. So, first, for those that don't know me, I am in the state of Michigan and I currently live by myself, but I have tons of fun with my extended family, my nieces and nephews, and I am so passionate about sharing this with people because I went on my own health and wellness journey. Um, I've never necessarily been super, super crunchy like some people that get associated with young living, but I have been into vitamins and exercise and certain things different times in my life. However, when I got to a little bit older and at an age that I thought was still relatively young, in my 30s, I started to have multiple issues, one after the other. From the period of 2012 to 2015, had lots of things going on. So, it started out with gut issues. So, it ended up that I had a new allergy to dairy at that point in time. But the summer of 2012, I was having acid reflux so bad that it would be burning and I would be screaming and I have to go to the emergency room. So that was how I spent my whole entire summer of 2012. Found out that I had this allergy to dairy, and then I had like 5 different diseases at that point in time, and had to be on Prilosec and take that every single meal to deal with the acid reflux. So that was issue number one: elimination diet. Worked through that and had a medication for that. After that, 6 months later, I was diagnosed with high blood pressure. Have a very stressful day job working in the automotive industry. And then 6 months after that, I started excessively bleeding due to hormone issues, which was totally not fun. That ended up being attributed to fibroids. So it took a while to diagnose that. And I eventually had to have a myomectomy for that. And then just on top of that, I had all the normal stuff that people just think is normal. But I found out that when you engage in toxic free living, you can actually get rid of all those stuff. So I have never been able to breathe my entire life. Always had lots of allergies. I'm allergic to 5 different types of trees. I'm allergic to lots of different foods. I'm allergic to grass, pollen, mold, dust. And so I had to take Benadryl, Zyrtec, and Flonase every single day and could never breathe my entire life, 365 days of the year. I also had really bad skin. When I was younger, I would have ringworm and I had eczema. I always had to be on an eczema cream for that. And then I just always got sick. Like every single winter, I just knew that I would have to have Zicam and I would have to have Ester C and Alka-Seltzer cold and flu and Dayquil and Nyquil. And I've always lived a very high stress, just active life. And so I would just have that stuff on hand because I knew I was going to be congested every single winter for the entire winter. I would go to the doctor, say, give me something. What's the deal? They would just say, oh, you just have a weak immune system. And then when I got to like mid 2014 with all that stuff that was going on, so already medicated for allergies and bad skin and the gut issues and then the hormone issues and the high blood pressure, of course, that created a lot of like mood issues. Like I was in and out of depression, which had been something in my past as well. Like when I was in my late teens, I actually, due to the childhood that I had to be in therapy and be on anxiety medication. And so that was something that I was already prone to. So, with all of the physical ailments that I was experiencing, that was just something that was on top of that. And so, I made a personal decision as I talked to everyone that was in my age group in their early 30s at the time. All of them seem to have hormone issues, all of them seem to have allergies. Some of them were starting to have gut issues. Um, all of them seem to be exhausted. And I was like, this doesn't seem like this is how it's supposed to be. Like, why does everyone in their 30s feel like they're in their 50s? Like, this is not the way it's supposed to be. And so I just started trying to Google my way first to good health. And I started making the minor changes that I needed to do. I started exercising regularly. At the time, I was obese for my size. I was 190 pounds. I joined a boot camp and I learned how to eat better based on that boot camp, and started at regularly exercising. I wake up every single morning and exercise, no matter what. From on vacation, go for walks, whatever. And so those were what I started, and then I started trying to purchase just different vitamins and supplements for women or for different things, and Googling my way to good health, and that didn't work. It didn't work for me. And so at the same time, I had some amazing friends that were on Facebook, and they were talking about, I'm diffusing lavender and it smells amazing. Well, I had bought a couple of essential oils from Amazon and they were not amazing and they didn't do anything. And so I honestly thought that essential oils didn't work. I didn't know that there was a difference in quality, and that if you really want to have therapeutic grade essential oils, you want to make sure that you have the highest quality. And I love the fact that Young Living owns their own farms. I've been to a couple of their farms. I've been to the farm in Utah twice. I've been to a farm in Croatia, which was amazing. And so the quality is like none other. And the company has been around for 26 years. And so it's called Young Living Essential Oils, but they literally have expanded into almost every area of health and wellness and toxic free living. And so they have an amazing home care and body care and skin care and weight loss and nutrient and supplements and so on lines, pet care, kids care, baby care, just everything that you need to be healthy and to live toxic free. And so that's why I love them as a company. So again, the way that most people get started is with what was called our premium starter kit. In that premium starter kit, you get a value of $480 worth of product. What? $480 worth of product. But you get that for 60% off at a price of $165 plus tax and shipping. And with that, you get discounted a 24% off discount for future. There's no obligation to purchase every month. You're just part of the Young Living family. And the stuff that we can't put a price on, you get access to doctors and naturopaths when we have larger events. My particular team does lots of wellness education. I have over 600 videos on YouTube in English and Spanish on things like ways to lose weight, natural ways to deal with diabetes, how to get rid of allergies, where I talk about food first, what you need to do to exercise, what things you need to eliminate, and then, of course, a couple tools to add on here and there at the end when you have a holistic wellness journey. So those are some of the things that you can't even really put a price on. But when you join the Young Living family, you have access to all of that stuff so that you can formulate a true health and wellness plan, have some accountability, and some support in the community, and reach those health and wellness goals. So with that, I'm going to, again, briefly go into the best way for people to get started, which is that premium starter kit, which is such a steal. And what you're going to get in that is 12 different oils. So we have lemon essential oil. This has a white label. The white labels mean that they're recommended for internal use. You can just put this in your water. It's going to be very cleansing. When you smell it, it's also going to be very energizing. All of the citrus oils are very energizing. So instead of worrying about possibly having bacteria on the lemon that they give you when you go to the restaurant, or having to cut them up yourself, you can just put a drop of lemon essential oil in your water and have those same effects. But it is very, very potent. You only need one drop, and be sure to not put it in plastic or any type of styrofoam, because those are non-organic material and it will break those down. And so you want to have it in glass, ceramic, or metal. Now, this one is one that everybody needs. This is Raven. So Raven, if you smell it, you would just be like, oh yeah, that smells really familiar. It's got camphor. It's got 3 different types of eucalyptus. It's got peppermint, it's got some myrtle in there. This is for extreme and amazing respiratory support. Now, guys, what is going on around the world right now requires respiratory support. So I put a couple drops of this in my mask. The mask actually make me very, very, very sick. It actually destroys my respiratory system because of the asthma that I have. And so I start to have coughing fits. Before I really couldn't even have it on for more than 15 minutes. It was just one of the most terrible things for me. But now that I'm using my essential oils and another, we have an aroma ring that will give my entire, like it'll give me some aromatherapy into my nose. I'm using that. I'm putting Raven on the inside. I spray the outside with the Thief spray that I'll show you guys in a second. I can at least stand it a little bit better, and I'm not nearly as sick towards the end of the week when I'm forced to wear a mask like I was when I went to the plants this week. So, but this, with everything that we have going on, with the need for respiratory support, you want this in your arsenal and you want to be using this on a regular basis. Another thing that you're going to get is Panaway. So Panaway is literally my first love. It is literally the reason why I bought my kit because, again, I told you guys where I was. I forgot to mention one of the other things that happened to me is that I actually was in 2 car accidents, rear-ended within 6 months in that period of 2012 to 2004. So I actually had a lot of body pain, like body pain that like someone with a chronic illness would have. Panaway was placed on my body to relieve some tension that I had. And I was like, this thing is strong. This is amazing. I need it. Oh, and these essential oils are stronger and better than anything that I've had and the world needs to know. So Panaway has wintergreen in it. Wintergreen is actually what they transform into a chemical form to create aspirin. It has peppermint, it has helichrysum. So it's going to be very soothing for areas of your body that need some type of relief. Love, love, love Panaway. Probably everyone over 30 needs Panaway. Another thing that you're going to get, everyone knows and loves lavender. Relaxing, great for the putting on your skin. Just an amazing and beautiful oil that people love and use all the time. Another one you're going to get is Peppermint Vitality. Again, white label. You make your own peppermint tea at the end of the day with this amazing oil. It is a bit energizing as well. When I used to have to travel like maybe 6 hours, I was a buyer, have to travel 6 hours to like Indiana to go to some plants. I would just like pop a drop of peppermint and lemon and be like, okay, ready to go. That's what I would do instead of like coffee in order to stay awake. And this is also going to give you digestive support. So I used to drink mint water. I would buy mint water. So you could just put a drop of this in 20 ounces of water, drink it while you're working out. But this is going to be some good digestive support for you as well as energizing. Another one that you are going to get is going to be Citrus Fresh. Citrus Fresh is a blend of citrus. It has orange, tangerines, grapefruit, lemon, mandarin, and spearmint. This is really going to be another one that's totally, totally energizing. So this is one I like to have in the diffuser in the morning. I used to be like addicted to Bath and Body Works, their aromatherapy things, and they had like a citrus ginger one. But then I found out that a lot of those toxins that are in some of those skincare products, as well as the aerosols and as well as the candles that I loved, as well as the plugins that I love so much, those were contributing to my hormone and respiratory issues. And so I had to eliminate those. So in order to still have my like Bath and Body Works experience and stuff, I can now just put the Citrus Fresh with a drop of ginger in my diffuser. Another one that you're going to get that most people know is frankincense. So frankincense is super amazing for concentration. I diffuse this when I need to study or get a lot of stuff done. It's also very good and soothing for your skin. It can help get rid of fine lines and wrinkles. And our amazing skincare line that we have usually has frankincense in almost everything. We also have Digest. So Digest was something that, as I told you guys, I had extreme gut issues. And so this is something that I would take at every single meal. And it definitely helped, along with better eating habits, to repair my entire digestive system. I told you guys I was on so much medication. Like I was on 7 medications, and now all of those are in the garbage. I don't have to worry about that. And I train and help other people to walk that path and get to that place as well. So digest is going to have all the herbs that are good for digestion in it: tarragon, ginger, peppermint, juniper, fennel, lemongrass, anise, and patchouli. Now, my digestive system is so amazing and so awesome that I usually don't need to take Digest. I will take it when I go out to eat, because a lot of times I don't make the best choices when I go out to eat, or when I am traveling, because a lot of times the food is just very, very different. With Raven and some of those other ones like peppermint and lemon, one of the other things that was super helpful to me was my respiratory system. That all helped my respiratory system, as well as this lovely thing, Thieves. And that was super important, because another thing that would happen when I would travel was that I would automatically start, like, my allergies that are already bad, they would just get 10 times worse, and I couldn't breathe, and then runny nose and all that good stuff. Well, by making sure I had things like Raven, take that lemon and peppermint, and Thieves. Thieves is everything. I hope you guys saw the post. I hope you guys saw um, what this is based on. But if you did not, so this was based on the 15th century legend that back in the time of the Black Plague, so during another plague, another sickness that was traveling all around the world and taking people out, there were some spice merchants, and they would rub themselves in these spices. They would rub themselves in stuff like clove and cinnamon, and when they did that, they were able to rob the dead and dying without getting the plague. And so there's different versions of this legend and different um, things in the text of what they use. But what was super consistent was usually like rosemary, cinnamon, and clove for sure. And so we round ours out, our signature blend, which is one of the most copied things, with lemon and eucalyptus. And so this is extreme immune support. I take this every single day with my apple cider vinegar, organic honey, half of a squeezed lemon, a little bit of cinnamon. And each of these individual things just have so many benefits. I mean, we've already talked about how lemon is energizing and cleansing. We talked about how peppermint is very good for your digestive system. Eucalyptus is very good for your respiratory system. And then cinnamon is actually very good for maintaining healthy blood sugar levels and even like maintaining good blood pressure. And so this is just something that everyone needs to take every single day. I cannot be without this. I have to take it every single day. Again, in that amazing detox strength that I just explained to you guys. This has been a key to really building up my immune system. This plus Raven and another one that I love, RC, really had I don't have to worry about allergies. I don't have to worry about asthma, except if I'm outside of my element. Then I may have if I'm around cats or dogs or something like that, or maybe I'm traveling, or again I have to do something like wear a mask. That's the only time I have to worry about my immune system. But then I have the tools to get it back on track right away, which is so amazing and awesome. Now, one of the things that's just totally sets apart and gives an additional need for aromatherapy on a daily basis is the fact that it affects your emotions. So, again, I explained to you guys, I had all these illnesses, all these sicknesses, and exercise and diet were the first steps that I did. And then I started adding on these other things to go from a place, hey, Amber, to go from a place where I was literally miserable and not even myself, to being able to thrive physically, but also to thrive emotionally. And that is one of the major reasons why you should always be using aromatherapy every single day, various times a day, because the sense of smell is completely connected to your limbic system, which is the center of your emotions. And so the fastest way to change your emotions is to use aromatherapy. And that's why you should always, always, always have it on hand. And so in the premium starter kit, you get things that are going to definitely support your emotions. So one of people's favorites is Stress Away. I know when this came into my life, um, I had a super, super stressful job. I would go into the bathroom. I was the emergency response team for the assembly plants. I would go in the bathroom probably twice a day, put this on the back of my neck. Right after that, I went into purchasing. And when I was in purchasing, I had a boss that I liked that I hired in with. And then 3 months later, I got a boss that I did not get along with. And so I had this in my USB diffuser all the time. It was helping me keep my Christianity. I was by the bathroom. People would sit in the cubes next to me and they'd be like, why does it smell like a spa over here? And they'd be like, it's her oils. People would go to the bathroom and then they would take a seat in my little seat that I had there. They'd just sit there for 15 minutes and experience it. Everybody, every mama, every person in the world that works needs to have Stress Away in their life. And then one that is super amazing, and a couple of people pointed out, Peace and Calming. I just love me some Peace and Calming. I'm gonna be honest with you, lavender does nothing for me. It doesn't do very much for most of my nieces and nephews. We're just too high strung or something. I don't. Lavender is like water to me. I will use it for skin stuff, but when people are like, "Oh, lavender relaxes me, it makes me sleep," I'm like, it doesn't do that for me. I need some blends. I need more in my life. So, Peas and Calming has tangerine, orange, ylang, patchouli, and blue tansy. This is just so good for when you have a really stressful day. So you were using your Stress Away, but you come home, you still feel like tense. Diffuse this like an hour or two before bed, and it's going to just relax your mind and make you just feel so amazing that it'll be like that bad day didn't even happen. And then lastly, we're going to have Valor. So this has a bunch of tree oils in it. So it's got stuff like black spruce and camphor and blue tansy and frankincense and geranium roots, and geranium is that flower in there. And this is going to be very grounding for you. All these plants and trees that are grounding are going to ground your emotions. And again, it's one of the things that I just love about aromatherapy. Yes, you're going to get all this stuff that is going to make you feel amazing physically and support your immune system, but then you got all this stuff to support your emotions. So that is such a benefit. So the other things that you're going to do, you get in this premium starter kit is, of course, a diffuser. So, no home is complete without a diffuser. Your diffusers should be running 24/7, especially now. We talked about that respiratory support. We talked about how you're going to use Raven every day so that you can have that respiratory support. You can put that in your diffuser. And then you also, because this is a complete process and a lifestyle, when you start with essential oils and the support that give, and then the next month we always encourage people to delve into toxic free living, because again, my hormones, my respiratory, that was changed by taking things out, by taking my skin, taking out the toxins. Those were the things that were more important, and replacing them with plant-based alternatives. So you get in your premium starter kit an introduction. I hope everybody saw this spray and saw the label the Singapore gave us to us and how powerful this spray really is. If you didn't, go find my post in Thieves immediately so you can get that information. This is what I have with me at all times. There has been article after article after article about how poisonous the sanitizers that everybody are using are. And so having a plant-based one that meets the specs, that has the right amount of alcohol in it, is what I use, because again, the more that I minimize the toxins, knowing what it did to my body before, I know the healthier that I'm going to be. And then lastly, the third month, we always encourage people to get our Ninja Red so they get an introduction to our amazing supplement line. I can't live without Ninja Red whatsoever. It gives you that sustained energy. It has antioxidants, which helps. It's a head to toe nutrient infusion. And again, I already put a post up. You can read all of the many benefits, from eye health to just, a lot of people have even received a weight loss from taking like 4 ounces of Ninja Red. It's just super, super amazing, all of the benefits that you're going to get. But it's a puree. It's centered around the Ninja Wolfberry or Goji berry. Goji berry is from India. Ninja Wolfberry is from the Ningxia region of China. The most nutrient dense berry in the world. And then it also has some other superfruits in it, like aronia, sweet cherry, plum, blueberry, pomegranate. And then it has essential oils in it. Now, consuming the essential oils oxygenate your cells, which is going to again give you more energy and just support all of your body systems. So I cannot live without this. And in my journey of what I was going through as I was recovering, so again, I was had all this illness. This came into my life, and then January, February, March, I actually had to have a myomectomy in March. So I had surgery, recovery. Ninja Red and a few other things were very key to helping me with that, making sure that my iron level stayed up, making sure I got all the nutrients that I got out of all of my everything that I was doing. So that is what I want to share with you guys today. Again, this is the way that most people get started. However, there are other options, right? So if you just need a cheaper option, you can always do that as well. We do have what we call our customizable or basic starter kit, and you just get a stress away. You get a little bit of the thieves and the ninja, so you get an introduction to just one essential oil and then the other product lines as well. And I am offering in our group that we are doing a $20 certificate. So, what I would like for you guys to do with that is like one of the venues that I educate on. So, I will put in the comments my Facebook page where you can come join a class, or my YouTube channel. So if you're not yet subscribed to one or the other or both, you can feel free to do both. Make sure that you hit that you've subscribed to that and then mark done, and you will be entered into the drawing for $20 worth of product. And for anyone else that does not win the drawing, or if you're watching me this on another venue as a replay, you can always request some samples from me. So if you're interested in samples, then please just whatever venue you're watching this on later, you can do a raise hand or say, I'd like some samples, whatever. And then I will DM you to get those samples out to you right away. All right. Thank you guys, as usual, for joining me. I greatly appreciate everyone and have an amazing day. Bye.